Hi everybody, Thak here at Thak Ironworks. This week we are working on a project, a patchwork copper and brass and zinc range hood. So Fish is just soldering some of the zinc sheet right now. As soon as he's done, we're going to talk a little bit about the process involved. So this style of hood or the surface, what we're doing is working with bits of copper, brass, and pure zinc sheet, which is something that we use on a lot of our hoods, but we're typically 99% of the time when we're doing a hood, we're doing one material per hood. This was an idea I've had in my head for a long time, and it's something I wanted to do. So about a year ago, finally did that, and we will now show you the example of the door and also then a table that we did. That was done by the infamous and elusive Irian, who no longer works here. She had a really good intuition for putting that together, but now we have Fish tackling the job, and I'm realizing, and I expected, it's the kind of thing that everybody has their own signature. So it's the kind of thing where if one person starts on it, they need to finish that job, because there is going to be a definite signature pattern that develops. And really what we're trying to do here is develop a pattern that is random, but at the same time is not jarring to the eye. And that is much trickier than you might think. So a fairly exhausting thing. So I'm just going to get Fish in here to talk about a couple of the features and what he's actually doing right now. So,
guys, Fish here. So what I'm doing right now is I'm preparing to weld and solder some of the seams on the corners here. So where I've got the copper meeting at a fairly sharp angle, it was easier to cut the angle into it rather than try and bend the piece around, which we did do with the brass because it doesn't go so well trying to weld the brass. So I'm preparing to solder all the zinc plates right now, which just involves putting some flux on using the typical plumber's torch and some very specific zinc solder. And then from there we're just going to grind it down to look like a smooth radius corner, and
then we antique that. The zinc will be antique, so it won't look shiny like that. And then just tell them a little bit about tigging the copper. And
yeah, so for the TIG, or for welding the copper, we're going to be using just our small TIG welder here. Just going to be grounding off, no flux or anything, just straight argon gas. And it just takes a lot of heat. So I usually preheat them with the torch, and then I get in there with the TIG torch and start seaming it in with just, for filler, I just use strips of the copper itself. It works really well.
And just demonstrate what this is being held together with kleecos, which are something that the aircraft industry uses building airplanes and things like that.
These have these special pliers that compress. There's a spring inside here that actuates this little holding pin, and so you just put them in specifically sized hole. For these is 3/16. So you just compress that, and when you put them inside, it holds and pulls from the inside. Really nice, quick and easy way to hold things together without nuts and bolts and screws.
It's a real time saver. So after these, we will be drilling out, and there is going to be hundreds of rivets holding this thing together, which is part of the effect. You would think that by using, my initial idea was to use up my patches and stuff like that. When I have copper and brass, I have this expensive material where I've got a lot of offcuts that I can't really use. They're not big enough. So I thought by doing this would be a very cost-effective way of using that up, which would be the case if it wasn't for time factor. And then the cost of having an employee or having someone or anyone doing this sort of thing is just cost prohibitive as far as making this a way of a money saver. Certainly not that. A lot cheaper to put just one sheet of copper on there than doing this. This process probably takes us 5 times as much.
Oh, easily.
So, but the effect is really kind of unique. So, come back in a couple days and you'll show this together. So here we are, several million man hours later. Actually, it wasn't man hours, it was fish hours. Yeah. Anyway, here's the finished product. We just have to do the guts now, and this thing is pretty much ready to install it. You can see how it all came together. Pretty neat effect. It is a very time-consuming thing to do, but you can't deny the result. There we have it. That's it. Quick one. Bye.